we are going to pick up a little bit, I'm going to pick up a little bit about what we spoke yesterday. And we spoke yesterday, and going to speak a little bit more, about purpose and provision. So I want to take you to a story that is found in Jeremiah 32. And here we find Jeremiah being imprisoned by King Zedekiah because he was prophesying the word of the Lord. And so the king was not pleased with what God had to say, and so decided to punish Jeremiah and put him in prison. And at that time, he gets a word from the Lord. And God says to Jeremiah, I want you to buy a property in Jerusalem that's now soon going to be overtaken by the Babylonians, but I want you to buy a property. And so Jeremiah goes, doesn't go anywhere, he's in prison, and while in prison, he buys the property. So there's a lot of things that we can learn from the story, and it applies to us, it applies to me, and it applies to you. Number one, we all share a common purpose. What is our purpose? Our purpose is to walk in the cool of the night with the Lord. Our purpose is to have a relationship with Him. Our purpose is to return the love that He so lavishly bestows on us. And because of that, God provides us with things that we need: food to eat, rain, oxygen to breathe. But then each one of us has a very specific purpose. There's a task that God has assigned to you that you can only fulfill in His grace, in His love, in His time. So in the case of Jeremiah, his purpose was to be a prophet. And each of our purposes differs. But when we have a purpose, and when we hear God, when we listen to Him, and when we obey, God will provide. So what does God provide Jeremiah with while he's in prison? A property. Why is that property necessary? Because the property was a prophetic foreshadowing of what God was doing in the life of Jeremiah. So Jeremiah's PA, Bible calls him his servant, then writes down the prophecies of Jeremiah and takes it to the king, because the king won't listen to Jeremiah. But where there was purpose, God placed purpose on Jeremiah. God then provided. So even though you might be in a prison, or whatever your circumstances are, God is able to supply every need for His kingdom.